What's up, fam? It's your girl Jen Ether. Today we're going to tap in and talk about music royalties. Overall, we're just going to talk about how I personally began to see royalties and money on my music. This is something very new for me, so I'm not here to act like an expert on this. Like, I'm literally an independent artist from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Wilkinsburg stand up. I've taken charge of my own career. I've been doing everything as a DIYer. Shout out to Curtis King. I've been rapping for my entire life pretty much, but I didn't get into actually recording myself and learning how to mix and master my own music until around 2016. And I began dropping music like 2018. So that's the backstory, short, simple, and sweet. So basically, when I began dropping music, I signed up with a digital distributor or a digital distribution company. Who I use is DistroKid, but there's also TuneCore, there's CD Baby, and there's like a host of other ones you can use. I suggest just researching them for yourself and seeing which ones work best for you. First things first, like I said, I signed up with a distribution company so they can distribute my music. So anytime I release a song, I upload it to the distribution company and they distribute it out to everyone that plays music. So every streaming service gets my music. So that's everyone from Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, freaking Pandora Music, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube Red, and other spots that you wouldn't even think of. You know what I mean? You wouldn't even think to listen to your music on, or places that you do not particularly stream music on. So bang, I release my music and it gets put up to all of those sites. Now, what most of us are focusing on is the big one streaming platform. What's that big one streaming platform? It's Spotify. So a lot of us are highly focused on getting our streams up on Spotify, which it's not a bad focus. Spotify, not only is it a place for your music to be heard, but if you can tap into that algorithm and get your streams up, it's also a way to basically make yourself be seen or be considered as a legitimate artist. You know what I mean? If you're popping on Spotify to the masses, we're going to consider you a legitimate artist. Even if you're not on the radio, we're going to be like, okay, this is someone who does this. You know what I mean? They ain't new to this, they true to this. So that is the advantage of getting your streams up on Spotify, and that's why most of us focus on that. I would see these streaming platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, and I would see a little bit of streams, and that was pretty much it. A little bit of streams, which equals to a little bit of money, because if you got a lot of streams, that equals out to a little bit of money. So if you got a little bit of streams, you got a real little bit of money, right? So it wasn't until I really started digging deep on researching music publishing and royalties when I really was able to get a hold on how to collect all of my streaming royalties. Now, let's just give you an example. When I release my music, most of the time I'm going to put out some type of promo video for that song, whether it's just my album cover and the song playing, or if it's me really putting together a full video, or if it's me just doing little clips like on TikTok where it's just me walking around just kind of jamming to my song. Yeah, I mean, no matter what, when I release a song, these videos are being created to help push the music. But because I didn't take this second step that I'm about to tell you about, those streams aren't being accumulated for. So it wasn't until I learned to register my music with the PRO companies, which operate outside of my distribution company. So BMI, ASCAP, CSEC. You can use just one of those. Those are the three. I want to say CSEC is overseas, but everyone else, as far as ASCAP, BMI, right in the US. So bang, I registered my music for BMI. That's who I used. Now, there's still a couple other performing right organizations that I can register for to collect even more royalties, but just by me registering my songs with BMI alone, that's when I started to see an uptick on the amount of streams, which equals out to the amount of money I'm able to collect based off of those streams. Because like I said before, when I was just putting the music out through my distribution company, yeah, it was getting on all of the streaming platforms and I was collecting money from those streams. But once I registered my music, then all of those promo videos that I had made over the years since 2018, when I started releasing music, they all started gaining streams. Now, I'm not sure about the back end, if they were able to collect on the back end streams, but I do know that, let's say if I had put out 10 songs within that time period, those 10 songs were basically only gaining streams or only getting accounted for the streaming platforms, which I'm not heavy into, but I am heavy on social media. So once I registered that music, all of those songs, I can go look at a song right now that I put out maybe 2 years ago and see that just got new viewers. It's constantly getting new viewers, new listeners to watch that video with my song playing in the background, which means it's constantly gaining royalties. You know what I mean? So once I registered my music with a performing rights organization, I use BMI. I'm still going to go back in and see what's up with Sound Exchange. I got to do a couple more hours of research to see what my next move is, who else I want to go for. But yeah, that's how I was able to start collecting 99% of the royalties. They say you got your performing royalties, your mechanical royalties. Now, like I said, when I was just on DistroKid alone, they were picking up my streaming royalties, but they were not able to grab my streams from just my songs getting heard on TikTok, my music getting heard on Instagram, my music getting heard on Facebook. And that's where I accumulate most of my plays. My plays don't really come from the streaming platforms. I mean, because I'm not running big ads to each platform to get those plays. Now, we're moving into the second, third tier of my career where that's about to be a move for me. But as of right now, I can even take those royalties from that I'm now beginning to gain off of my streams and use that money to run ads for the streaming platforms. So now my music is actually funding my career instead of me in my car having to fund my career solely by me putting in my work, using my CNA or whatever other skills I want to use to make money to fund my music career. Now I do have a segment of money that's coming in because I registered my music with a performing rights organization like BMI, ASCAP, CSAT. So now I do have some streaming funds that are coming in, which is not even that much, but that 20, 30 bucks that I'm making a month can be used towards an ad on Spotify to get my streams upticking in there, and I'll still be collecting all of these other streams. So that's really what it is, y'all. If you want to start to gain royalties and see your money coming in monthly on a monthly basis and really see yourself getting paid for the music, for the work, to get some type of appreciation for this work you're putting in, make sure you go to either ASCAP, BMI, CSAT, do your own research on which one is best for you, which one's the most inexpensive for you to use, and register all of your music today. And when you're registering your music, it's not like you have to upload a file. You're literally just putting your regular name, so my full government name, because my royalties go to me and my bank account, not my stage name, not Jen Ether, but to Jennifer. You know what I mean? So you register yourself as your full government name, and then you go through each song. Basically, let's use my song as an example. I got a song called They Know My Name. So I type in They Know My Name as it's typed in the streaming platforms. And then how long is the song? 3 minutes, 10 seconds. Bang, it's registered. And I just keep going. Demigod. 4 minutes. Bang, that's registered. Such and such. 2 minutes, that's registered. It's a very easy process. Once you have all your music registered, you'll begin to see after 2 to 3 months them collecting your royalties for that music. Now, I'm going to come back on with more tactics. So that's just telling you how to even be in a position to collect your royalties. The next couple of videos, we're going to tell you about the tactics that I use. And one of the tactics, see if you can pick it out from this video, that I will be using just every day, all day, 365 till the day I die now, on every single song to make sure it's getting the streams that it deserves to get. I mean, to make sure I'm collecting the money we deserve to collect. As independent artists, most of the time we are doing this on our own and we don't have much support. So it is a very, very good feeling to know that, like, before 2 days ago, I didn't think I had really too much of anyone listening to my music. Once I really went into my BMI and seeing, like, what? Like, oh shit, people are listening to my music. It's just on different platforms that I wouldn't even thought of, and different platforms I would have never checked. But because I'm registered to BMI, now my DistroKid, it has all that collection. So because my PRO, which is BMI, is checking everywhere up under seat cushions for my bread, every little penny, now it's showing up in my DistroKid. So now I have the data to see, like, nah, they're listening to me in Great Britain, they're listening to me in Taiwan, they're listening to me in California, they're listening to me over here. So I can really put the data together. So I hope this video was useful. Let me know if you think this video is useful. Put it in the comments. Thanks, Jen. Good look. This is good info, and I'll continue to make more videos like this. It's your girl, Jen Ether. We out. Peace.